Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new Let's Play. Um, we're playing Against the Storm. This has been in early access for a while, and it's just seen some Let's Play of it like come by, and it looked all interesting. So I was like, you know what? Why not play this? It was like, Anno 1800 is pretty much done, right? Until the next DLC hits. I think we pretty much tried all the mechanics out. Sure, we're not done yet. We're still working on some stuff. We'll get back to that when the DLC hits. Then we'll focus on whatever we're doing then and further expand with the things that the new one's gonna bring. But in the meanwhile, I was thinking about this game. I've been playing it a little bit. With a little bit, I mean quite a bit. And I think it's a pretty fun one. It has some of the mechanics of Anno, right? So there's some some production chains, but what does Against the Storm differently than the Anno games? Well, main thing is that it's more of a roguelite experience. It means that every run you do is different. So it's not like a one big project you're doing. You're just like you're not playing towards building like the biggest settlement you can possibly build, like Crown Falls in Anno, for example. No, you're working with small things, small cities, small towns with different challenges every time. So I started a new profile here, and I think we're just gonna play, even including the tutorial. We'll go through the we'll discuss the mechanics as they show up. I think sounds like a good idea. So let's hit the play button. Let's see what's up.
The world is plagued by the blight storm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the smoldering city where the mysterious scorched queen reigns. You are one of her viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the smoldering city and secure the future of the queen's subjects.
Alrighty then. So I think we'll get thrown in right away. Yep, there we go. So this is symbol movement. What is that? Let's see. So neglecting the queen's impatience. So that's this bar here. If this reaches max, you lose. There we go. Increasing reputation and you to max and you win. That's basically the thing. So patience, it rises per minute, as you can see. There's a lot of factors as well which can increase impatience. We'll get to them as we handle them. Anyway, we have to select a blueprint, which will be unsurprising a woodcutter's camp. Here we go. So we're gonna pick it. As you can see, there's a lot of woods around. So this game is different in that it really works with the wood here. Like it's you basically need to cut through the woods, through the glades to get resources, get challenges. Depending on the kind of glade it is, you can see this is a dangerous glade. There's more difficult challenges inside. Small ones generally not so much. We have 6 minutes. That's not like that in the rule game. Anyway, let's continue. So we have to build a woodcutter's camp and explore the forest. So that's what we're gonna do. So give us a build menu, please. There we go. Woodcutters here. I'll be pausing a lot because there's some well, I plan to play a little bit higher difficulty here. So whenever I plan stuff, I will want to pause whenever I can. We have 3 of the factions now. There's one more faction. It's in early access. There's a plan for a 5th. But with humans, we have beavers, and we have lizards. They all have specializations. Humans farming and brewing, beavers engineering and woodworking, which includes the lumber camp. So beavers, very nice to have pretty much all the time. And lizards are like meat production and like to work in hot in warm environments. So this one here, small hurt, specialization bonus, you can see it here, is warmth. So they give an extra bonus here, which is 1 to global resolve. Well, not quite. I think they are more efficient with fuel usage. Don't quote me on that. That's one thing. I don't know everything about this. Know quite a bit, just not everything. Wait, we can make 2, so we'll make 2. One thing I'd like to do is make a road. It has a functional use in that it actually makes you guys move faster. Okay, we have orders here. This is basically the it's like quest system. Every time you do a small a map like this, you get a quest. So you get these quests. So we need to build 2 woodcutter scab, which we're doing, and we have to produce 10 wood, and then we get 3 beavers and 40% quicker production and 1 reputation. So that's the order we have here. In the actual game, not the tutorial, you can actually pick what kind of things you're gonna get. What kind of order you want to do. So depending on what you pick there, you get different challenges. So now we have a building. No, can't do anything there yet. Hello. Here we go. So we want to have beavers in there. I'm just gonna make a beaver one, and let's make a. Okay, let's make a human woodcut. Doesn't really matter if they're the same race, but these guys get a bonus. You can see it on the effect. You can see the effect here. On the portrait, it's like swirling. These aren't, so they don't get a bonus. Same here, this one is shiny, so it gives a bonus. It has a little visual aid thing here. So we have this thing complete, so it's 12 wood. We're gonna pick this up. We got 3 new beavers and more efficient wood cutting. So next up, we have to cut through 2 glades, and we need to have 5 beavers as woodcutters. And then we get 3 humans and 30 meat, which is food. So up here, we have food. If this runs out, people are not going to be happy. You can see here the resolve, the numbers are the resolve. So the higher the resolve, the happier they are. Do they get to a certain threshold, which is right now like all the way up here, this blue little line here, but normally it's lower. The lizards have a lower threshold than the humans and beavers. They need more to be happy. But yeah. Once this drops to 0, they start leaving. So you don't want to have that. It's not immediate, but you can see a progress bar and how far they leave. So you can do some juggling. We'll get to that at some point. So you can select what trees you want. If you hold shift, you can select individual trees. So you can see what's in here. Generally, if you find a glade, it's advisable to wait a little bit. So check what you got. So we got stormbird nest for some eggs and some root deposits for roots, surprisingly. And yeah, every time you cut through a glade, there's a hostility in this game, which means that the more hostile the environment is, the more penalties you're gonna get. So here we have hostility 0, which is great. Every hostility adds like 2 to global resolve as a penalty. So if you have 10, you're sitting on a minus 20 resolve, which is not great. Don't think I've the games I've played, I don't think I've gotten to 10 that often. Note the word that often, because it has happened. Right, we need to pick a blueprint. So let's see what we got. A shelter. So this is housing, basically. It's non-specific, so anyone can live in it. And they can live together, so it doesn't matter. That humans don't have to be with humans, etc, etc. I'm just gonna cut through some easy glades here. So we can stop this. I think if you hold Alt... No, Alt removes it. Yeah, basically if you hit Control, it avoids the glades. So if you do this, they can't cut into glades. This is very helpful if you don't want to actually cut them over. You can also... It's locked now, but you can tell the beavers to avoid cutting through it. So you can still mark it. And then you should definitely not forget about it. Which, unfortunately... has happened on occasion. That you're like, whoops, accidentally got into another dangerous glade while I was doing this. Whoopsie. Anyway, shelter. We got start on this, I guess. We have, let's see, we need 4 shelters to fully satisfy the housing need later. So I'll just start that already. Then these guys, basically if something isn't assigned to a job, they become builders. and builders, well, they build stuff. So unassigned guys, unassigned population is basically builders, which you kind of want. So definitely wanna try getting that. So let's help this out a little bit. Yeah, this is a pretty good buff as well to get. I'm not gonna read through these things. As I said, I will explain as we go. But you can have decorations. They actually have there's actually a point. If there's population in near housing here, and you have decorations, you get a bonus to the. You can build decorations and get a bonus. And the first bonus is, I think, probably one of the more important ones. So I tend to place it in places where these decorations where they won't hamper your building. So I'm gonna put them over there. Okay, new glade open. 20 clay in there, two deposits. We got an order, so let's welcome 3 new humans and some meat. So now we do forages camp and vegetables in the garden. So it's gonna be our next goal here, and I'm pretty sure I know what we're gonna get if we pick this up. Anyway, we did a new house as well, so I'm gonna build that. 6, yep. 15 is 5 houses. All right. So forages camp, basically gather stuff. We need vegetable. Well, we need vegetables, so we're gonna put them here. It lights up exactly what it can use. One resource this building takes is parts, which is actually a rare resource. So it's not a resource you're gonna be able to find in the wild or craft yourself. You can trade for them or get them from orders, or you get them from events in the glade. So that's what that does. Once again, this difficult level is so low. We're just gonna get whatever glades we can here. So you can see the hearth upgraded. So now it's an encampment, and that gives us. It should say it shows in the bottom left here too. 2 global resolve, and hearth resistance to corruption, which we'll get to at some point, not now. is higher too. Okay, so we have 2 of these. There's a specialization bonus here as well. So definitely want to have humans in there. Humans are good at farming, so they have a chance for doubling a yield, as you can see, 10%. All right. So now I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. I don't know how long these episodes will be. It's actually a good question, because it can take. Since I'm generally playing at 1 times speed, just so I can micromanage stuff better. It can be long episodes, but I'll try to use ×3 speed as often as I can, just to speed it up a little bit, or maybe do some jump cuts. I don't know. Anyway, +1 to vegetable production is a buff. So instead of getting any resources or anything, we'll just get a buff. So there we go. Stonecutters camp. We need 5 clay, and we get a bonus to clay production. So that's the next thing we're gonna do. So once again, get this one. All these buildings we're getting here are standard buildings. So shelters, all this stuff is stuff you get standard. So don't need to worry about that. About having to unlock these. You get a very limited amount of things. Oh, this one isn't actually. Foragers camp isn't standard. It has a specialization, and the camps you start with do not have that, with the exception of the woodcutters here. Alright. So you can put anyone in here. We're just gonna go with humans. We have most of those, and that doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm doing great. Just need 4 more, and we're good to go. So queen impatience is growing, but very slowly. Okay, so we have a glade event here. We have some insects, some eggs, and we have this glade event here, which is a small encampment, which either welcomes some people or you get some amber. Amber is the trade good resource. You can buy stuff with traders with it, basically. Sometimes used for other things, but you can't craft them or do anything. You can't craft them, no. You can't convert them into something else or craft them into something else. No. So yeah, we can give them some food, and that's fine. We'll take vegetables here. You can see the alternatives. You can pick anything here. For these events, you just have to pick one, so you can't do 1 vegetable, 1 meat, 1 insect, and 1 egg or something and be done. No, you have to take 4, so that's what we're gonna do. Gonna send these two here, doesn't really matter, and we'll take these guys extra. In preparations already, we're gonna build an extra shelter. Yeah, we got extra guy. Just gonna. There we go. So we exited the drizzle. So I haven't explained this yet. So this basically just the main. I don't know. The main mechanic here. There's 3 different phases. You start in the drizzle, which is basically the good part of the cycle. There you get buffs. Yeah, you basically get the buffs there if there's buffs in your well, you always have one buff, not this tutorial level, but the drizzle is the time where you get the buff. In the clearance, it's basically the neutral part. If you're using farms, this is where the crops basically flourish into harvestable crops, so there's a fertile soil possibility. You can plant crops in the drizzle, and if you hit clearance, they become harvestable. After that is the storm, and this is the main mechanic here. During the storm, looming darkness is always a thing, so you get -4 to global resolve for every hostility level, and depending on hostility level, there's more debuffs. Right now, we only have this one to worry about. It's just a small -4 global resolve based on hostility level, which is 0. So it's gonna be 0. So yeah, that's basically the 3 phases here. Anyway, we finished this. Now we need to do a harvester's camp and get some plant fibers. Plant fibers aren't edible. So what does that matter? Yeah, you can use them for some crafting, which I'm pretty sure we'll get into at some point. Okay, so this shelter is ready. You can here see the homelessness, which is at a nice 0. And it says mark trees for harvest. You don't always have to do that. You can also just like passively clear some extra space around here, for example. For now, I'm actually gonna... I think I'll move this one here just so I can work my way towards this dangerous glade here. I think it's one of the events that's coming up soon. So we're gonna move you right here. And you're gonna work towards here. Not quite, but close. That's okay, you can do the control, but didn't bother. Vegetables, well... Let's clear this place here so we can move this camp so this woodcutter can do some help too. At some point he can anyway. You know what, let's do this. Okay, so this one is done. No specialization here. This is the harvester's camp is when you start with as well. You always have it. Yeah, plant fiber is mostly the thing you use it most for at the start is for making one of the building materials, fabric. As you can see, most of the things I build are with wood right now. So pretty much all these buildings here take either, well, woodcutter only take this, of course, but these take wood, these take wood, these take wood, and parts. Anyway, so we have newcomers. So every year, which is a little bit messed up now because our durations are different. Basically at the standard, after the storm you get newcomers. Right now it's a little bit skewed because the timers are off. You have way longer clearance time and drizzle time. So wait, I think we're gonna wait with picking these. Let's see what our next mission is here. So we need now to actually construct the production materials I was talking about. So yeah, good. We get 10 parts and we get a bonus to the crude workshop. I don't think this exists in the real game, by the way. I don't think it does. Anyway, crude. So yeah, but you can see there's this icon next to planks, bricks, and fabric. This is the effectiveness at which you do this. This basically means it's really bad at creating this. So it's really inefficient at creating bricks and other things. Doesn't really matter at this point. We'll just take this one so we can maybe get a third woodcutter just to speed stuff up. So we'll build this. We'll build an extra shelter. Go. This one can have 3 beavers too. That's why I picked more beavers. woodcutters should increase hostility too. They don't in this game. That they do in the tutorial. So normally we would be like with 3 woodcutters here, standard at 2 hostility or something. So okay, crude workshop is up. So you can see 8 for 2 planks. At the most optimal, it's I think 3 for 2 planks. Plant fibers, it's 6. Once again, you can see there's different resources here you can use as well. Leather and reed is usable too. Clay, you can use stone or clay. And we're just gonna use clay because we're gathering that, right? So shall we put 2 guys on there? Right. So the heart uses all these resources to basically stay alive. That heart shouldn't go out. It can, but that means that all housing needs are pretty much unmet immediately because the shelters need to be near a working hearth. So if you run out of this, it goes out. You don't lose immediately, at least not at the difficulties I was playing at, but it could be that you will get an enormous hit to your resolve. Alright, so we hit the storm now, which is shorter too because the normal storm is 2 minutes. Fair enough. And you can see there's a hostility. There's going to be debuff. You can see -3. It should be -4, right? Well, I think it's -4. Yeah. So for what 0 hostility you get -4. I thought it was something like that. Okay. So just gonna kill it here. Got a new one there. I don't think I want to do the dangerous glade yet. I think that's a quest, but we cleared up to it now, so we can safely. There's some more here. There's some more here. There we go. So that's 1 year done. Basically, after the storm, you get a cornerstone. I think this is timed as well. So in the real game, I don't think it's right here, but you get a cornerstone, which is a buff. So 50% quick and accrued workstation, or any glade gives you 20 reeds, 20 clay. I think we'll get something else than this, but let's do that. We have a lot of resource already. This just speeds this tutorial up a little bit. Lazy? Nah. I think. Okay. So far so good. This one is now a little bit more in the way, so I'm going to move it out. It's still in range of the heart, so the buff is still there. You can go up to 2 levels more if you unlock the appropriate building. So, alright, so we cleared a little bit more around the heart. It's always a good idea to clear around here. Anyway, let's do this one. Alright, so we need to go to the dangerous glade, get an ancient tablet. We get 30 amber, and last reputation point we need to win. So now we gotta pick of a house. I advise to pretty much take the lizard or the harpy if you can. They have a lower threshold, but also generally lower resolve base. So, and then in this case we only have 4, so it needs 2 of these houses. So it's a win-win. So you can just build 2 of these, and in the meanwhile I'm just gonna move my guys over here slowly. We're not in any kind of time pressure. I just open this up. You can see this should be very efficient at increasing thing there. Okay, so we have a glade. There's always, in the dangerous glade, there's always an event. If you don't do it in... normally this is 10 minutes, but for the tutorial purposes, you're not going to be able to make it ever. So it's going to kill... After this expires, it kills X villages, and we'll keep doing that with exception of some things that explode, but otherwise we'll just keep doing this until it's solved, basically. While you're solving it, it generally gives you a debuff as well. It doesn't now because, yeah, this is a tutorial. So we're just going to send all these guys over here. We're going to use the wood because we don't even have 5 planks. And, oh, we actually don't have that. Alright. What do we have? You're making 3 planks? Well then, guess we're gonna have to wait anyway. In the meanwhile, you just wait until this is done, and in the meanwhile, I'm actually gonna make a little path over there, just to make the resources to carry the resources there a little bit quicker. So we're gonna see there's some death here. Very nice. Ancient Shrine is idle. There we go. There you go. You can see the animations looking up some guys to die. So harvest a stonecutter or forager. Means that harvester and a forager. There we go. So now we probably have one of these resources, right? No, not yet. You can normally give priority to it. You can force the delivery and then we can start. So now we can do this. Have fun. Okay, there we go. So now we just wait until pretty much this thing is done. It takes half a minute. So. Oh, it actually shows what happened before. So maybe the threats can escalate as well. There's some newcomers. New blood. Have fun. Let's put some beavers in there. This point doesn't really matter. Okay, we're done. Everything has been brought over. They can only carry 5 at a time. So they had to walk there like 3 times for all the resources to get there. So harvester's camp is done. You can move all these scavenger camps you can move. The bigger production buildings you cannot. You can move shelters as well and houses. Woodcutters, of course, you've seen me do already. Okay, that's done. Alright, so that's ancient tablets done here. So there we go. 30 amber. We go. Got some food stockpiles. We unlocked all these things here. There we go. So farm fields as well, trading post warehouse, small hearth. We haven't seen those before. We'll get to that in the next tutorial, I think. Will we do this tutorial? I think so. Let's do this tutorial too. Alright, so here it's explained what resolve does. If it's positive, you get reputation naturally. So yeah. Basically, we get more information now. This was already in there a little bit, just hidden. So now we're getting a more full experience. That's why I want to do this tutorial as well. So it's going to be a long episode, this first one. I'm going to check what I'm going to do with the actual gameplay, if I'm going to cut it up or not. Yeah. Alright, oh, this is a lot of farm fields. There we go. Crops are planted first in drizzle and harvested during clearance. Alright, so we're gonna work towards ill. Alright, there we go. So we can we're gonna get a small farm which uses fields to grow this. As basically you wanna time this in such a way that you get these up really quick. Well, on time basically. Is there a good way to get all of them? I think this gets all of them. So we have 2 opportunities for farms here. We also definitely need 2 woodcutters. So I'm just gonna plan my thing out a little bit. We're gonna make some roads here. There we go. We're gonna... Oh, we can't select that yet. No, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So we have 3 humans. Humans are good at farming. So definitely wanna... There's a lot of fields under this there as well. You can move small farms as well, by the way. So in order, we need 1 farm, 6 farm fields, and we get 2 new humans. Yeah, I think we'll manage that. All right. So I can't. Okay, now I can. Interesting. Yeah, clear this place out for me, will you? Not this, not this. I only wanna. Huh. Not what I wanted. But let's do this. So definitely want 2 humans in here. No, we don't have any beavers, so I kind of want to build stuff too. You can see these are idle because the farm fields haven't actually been built yet. You can increase the priority. You can prioritize all the farm fields by shift clicking and prioritize increasing priority there. We have a second wave of planks too. Farms cost planks, so. We've killed that one too. There you go. Fields have been planted. We're going to increase this one a little bit of it as well. As I said, it will increase priority of all farm fields. Even the ones that are far away. Anyway, we have this. We have 2 extra humans. We need those. 2 woodcutters, 2 shelters. Easy. Okay, we got the shelters here. I'm gonna build those immediately because I want. There's a little bit of a time pressure here. Usual. I'm not doing this, filling this one up on purpose for now. Purely so these guys can build. They can plant somewhat quickly, not super quickly, but somewhat. So it's a pretty good idea to. We're gonna avoid opening glades. That option is there now. Just I would turn it on by default. All right, so these are up. Okay, 5 barrels per minute or 50. Yeah, we'll definitely want this. This is good, but you can produce these, and we'll probably get methods to do that. And 5 is just not impactful. This is super impactful. Okay, I think we got all the farm fields here, so you're gonna move here and take this tree out. You can wait a little bit. You got the good stuff. Farm fields this big are super rare. I don't think you get more than, like, I think 14 is the max you generally see. Okay, that's 1 shelter. And let's speed that up. I promised I'd speed stuff up a little bit more. We also have 6 and 8. Well, not quite good enough yet. Okay, so 2 more of these. Trappers camp and meat in the trappers camp. So definitely want to fill this gap with. I'm just only going to use the beavers. I don't think there's much point doing anything else here. I'm gonna clear this place out here, and I'm gonna turn this off because I want to go there. So trappers camp. I'm gonna pick that. There's meat over here, so we're gonna use that, and we're gonna build that farm field there. Okay, so now we have 2 very productive farms. Especially this one, it's just crazy. So trappers camp as a meat specialization bonus, so definitely want to put your lizards in there if you got them. Alright, so next up, next shelter. Why? So we can increase this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put it like nice in the way. Well, no, I put them there because they're in range of the hearth, but they're not Like, so this one is cleared. You can clear the rest out, that's fine. So we need 8 population near the hearth for the next tier. So that's why we're doing this. We're almost done with this too. There we go. Meat is done. So now we need the smokehouse. We need to enable meat in the jerky recipe and have jerky in the house here. Builders somewhere can carry more, so they can only carry 5. This basically doubles how much they can do here. And increases meat production, so that's pretty good ones. So smokehouse here. This is the first production building we've seen besides the crude workshop. This is an actual one. This is one you get offered. Like crude workshop is base. This is one you can get offered. So jerky 3 stars, pottery 1, incense 1. If you check, you can see here how much resources it takes. You can see it takes 1, 1, 2, 5, one of these, and 4 meat of 4 insects, which is pretty good. I think the one is like 8 and like 10 wood or something, like double, approximately. Don't know exactly, but anyway, we'll take those. So we have the resource. We have so many resources here. For now, it doesn't really matter where we put it. Later on, since these the main heart, I tend to really overbuild. Basically, it's I try to keep this clear of any production buildings. Put the production hub somewhere else. Journey towards the, is it north? Let's call it north. Basically towards the warehouse here. So that's the place I wanna. We go. You can clear this glade too. Alright, so we have newcomers, I see. All our humans are pretty much used up at this point, so let's take some more humans. Right, so you can see here, the shelter buff is only 1, 2, 2. Can go up to 3. If you don't see that 3, it means that you are short on housing. So we're gonna put some more houses down there. They're very inexpensive ways to do this. Alright, so smokehouse, warmth, and meat production. So kind of want lizards in there, which I just said, nah, don't need you. Basically, so we're just gonna put these in here. Just gonna put humans in there. I think 2 is probably fine. Well, let's do 2. Okay. So we want to take, yeah, we're gonna take wood. This doesn't really matter. We'll turn on the meat production there. We don't have clay, so pottery not happening. Incense, we will have herbs. So incense could be created, but I think we'll skip on it. It's not an efficient recipe. I'd rather have to make jerky all day long. So another one of these glades. Let's move around here a little bit. There we go. So as you can see, these production buildings you cannot move. So you can move farms, you can move these shelters, but the big production buildings, nope. They are stuck where you put them. You can also find ruins in these dangerous glades, which you can repair. I'm checking. There's also forbidden glades, which is 1 higher level, but I don't think they're in this map. No. Well, that's a lot of wood. Maybe there was one here generated, but they turned it off because it's a tutorial, man. Can't overload these guys. Anyway, so we have this, more meat production, more carrier capacity here. Now we need a brewery and ale, basically. We got some barrels here. Normally want to have a steady production, otherwise she's gonna run out at some point, which is not good. Oh yeah, let's go. Brewery produces 3 things as well. Pasta crops can also be used. You can use the barrels for it as well. Pickled goods are used by you can see it here. The lizards use them, and I think, yeah, the beavers too. So that's a food build. What? I didn't pick it? Oh, brewery is a production building. Yep. So I'm gonna put it over here. Doesn't really matter. It's really close to this. Doesn't need to be. Well, it's a bit relevant that it's near houses where the guys work, but. Alright, there we go. So once the storm hits, I think. Did you see that right? Just all the fields like get destroyed. Pretty sure that's the case. So for some reason we have lizards being happy here during the storm, which is normally very rare to have something at good morale here. There's some loopholes you can do, because this one gets 5 extra resolve. It takes the average, and the way it ticks down is that it's like linear, I suppose. So if you have this guy on the thing and you only have like 1 or 2 or 3 lizards, the resolve ticks down really slowly. So it needs to take away this 5, and that 5 is working towards the average here. Alright, so there we go. So now, as you can see, while it was storming, they were trying to plow the fields. They got 11 done. These got 9 done. And plowed fields give a bonus. Very unsurprisingly. Alright. So we have a cornerstone. Extra grain. Yeah, let's do grain bags. Basically, it's compounding, you know. We'll take where there's more. Put one of these down too. So it's compounding, meaning that every 25 it gets stronger. So this is very good. These things, that's why it's purple. Anyway, 2 humans in there. We're gonna use barrels. We're not gonna make pickled goods this time. We're just gonna focus on the quests here. And you can see, lizards are happy. Their threshold is way lower. As you can see, the beavers are up there, humans are up there. Every time they get to the threshold, get happy, the threshold moves. So they get used to it. So at some point, at some point this will be at 30 in very long games or something. So Trapper's camp is done. There's eggs. No meat though. So probably should try to find some meat, because we have a bonus to meat production. So do we have an extra beaver? We do. Let's clear this out. And let's have you clear this out. Let's see if we can find some meat instead of eggs. Eggs is food, but meat is used in jerky here. We have 36 though, so. Speaking of, you get out of here. Get a lizard in there. So, ill done. Guess what? Get a tavern. Need 20 leisure. So we're gonna get over here, build a tavern. Dangerous that we're gonna finish before we're done, I think. We actually don't have enough. We need way more resources. We don't even have a crude workstation here. So that's we probably should work on this a little bit. Normally, I'm just following the things blindly. Normally, you're spreading your stuff way out here. So we're gonna put. Basically, we're gonna put it at the max this, so 24.8. So they don't make stuff we don't want. So you can use leather as well. We don't actually have bricks for this. Just gonna leave it at that. Do we just need like 2 fabric? I think so. We can turn off bricks. There's meat in there. So we're gonna move you over here. Right, if you gather some meat. This is a farming space too, which I'm just gonna put some guys on. Put someone on. No builders available, that's fine. I think we're fine on wood. 200. Yep. Have some of these beavers do some building. I'm just gonna prepare this one already. I guess I used planks to build an extra a second farm over here, which wasn't intended. No, but a plant fiber? Well, no. I think we're fine. Probably fine. With the plant fiber we got. We can force a delivery now, and that should be enough to build the tavern here. Good. Alrighty. So now they managed everything. Here you go. We hit clearance, and they're all happy. This is 3 again, so this just seems like a better way to better to do this. Let's have 1 extra on jerky here, and you two can work on that. That's fine. All right, so planks should have been delivered. Yep, there we go. So now we can work on leisure. This one is also done. Nice. We're not gonna put anyone in here because they can literally do nothing during clearance. I'm trying to hurry a little bit just so we don't accidentally win. It doesn't really matter what you do here, what you put in here, even though it would make sense that something that's good at brewing is also good at taverning. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you put more in here though. So you get more ale in here if you put more guys in here, but there's also this one. This is 3 global resolve. If we put that in there, we're pretty much good. We won, I think. So I think plant fiber is fine. You can stop plant fibering. Let's just do this. There we go. So we need 1 more. Then there we go. Now these 2 are working. You can see it's 0.22 per minute, so it goes really quick. This one is still at 15 threshold. I don't think the beavers are gonna get there. We have a lot of ale, so maybe we just we'll put some pickled goods in here too. Sure. Yeah, you can use mushrooms too. So the storm is almost coming. With our 0 hostility, I think we're gonna be fine. So we're almost getting a new blueprint here. Look at this, still happy during the storm. Okay, new blueprint. Get a choice for a house. It's gonna be beaver house. Beaver houses take a lot of wood, like planks. Why? Because we're trying to make the beavers happy. There's 3 guys that are not in a shelter right now. Okay, complete. Keep humans resolve. We got that. So we got more. We get extra grain production, extra reeds. And we won. There was another one for trading posts, so we didn't get to see any trading, but that's fine. Anyway, level 2, we leveled up. So we set the upgrades. If the rain collector can produce spark dew, can be built anywhere. It's pretty good. Paved roads, move fast to herbalist camps for some gathering, and hostility from woodcutters decreased. This scales with difficulty, I think. Maybe not. Well, I think I've seen it at 12, so I assume it does. Meat specialization. This is compounding. It's like the grain thing. We sell the crowded houses. More room for villages and houses. And now we have the shelters, makeshift post, blight post, and hydrant. So blight post is for higher difficulties. We'll get there. Not yet, though. Alright. So this is the tutorial. We did a tutorial here. So a tutorial town 1 and 2. Yeah, we need to help rebuild this. Very good. So we got 20 food stockpiles. This is the meta resource. So we can go to the smoldering city. We can buy some upgrades. So we can buy basically either one of these. I think this unlocks the deeds. We'll take that. 10% more resources. We'll take it. It will help us in the end. So now we have deeds, which are basically achievements. Gives you some experience. Sometimes they give you some buildings or some cornerstones. I think this is one. Yeah, there you go. Definitely worth it. All right. So we'll go through this last little bit here. So basically, every so often, after making X number of cities, everything resets. The whole thing gets shuffled, gets newly generated. All these question marks in the distance will get reshuffled. You get new things. Hello. This is what you got. Thank you. And cycle. Normally it takes like 5 cities, I think, to get there. So not 2 like we did now. 2 very quick ones. I think we finished within year 2. Alright. Here we go. So, we need to pick any one. We have 2 things here. Both are pretty good modifiers. I think I'll go here. No, wait. This here, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Then we can hit 2 question marks. That would be good. So anyway, this is 17. This is 16. But this can hit 2. So we're gonna go here. So it's a coral forest. That's a type of biome. There's royal woodlands. There's marshlands. I think these are cursed. Royal woodlands and scarlet something. Scarlet woodlands, I think. But we're going for the coral forest here. Here we go. Alright, we'll have to pick a caravan here. And a difficulty. Alright. So that's the 3 things we need to do. And we need to pick embarkation points here. You have 3. This difficulty, I think. 3rd difficulty removes 1 already. Alright, so this is gonna be the place we're gonna go next. So we can go up to all the way up to Viceroy. So not sure if that's gonna work, but maybe we'll try that. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. This is Against the Storm. Very enjoyable game. And next time we'll get more into this. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.